So hello everyone, welcome here to Beaver Dam Raceway for the second round of the 2015 Big Evil Dirt Late Model Series. As it's Josh Mertz bringing you the call, as always, for the Automotive Sports Network. Our grid is Bob Sire and Mertz, who battled for pole position. It's Sire Mertz in the front row. Then it's Bink Lucas, Ed Stancliffe, Jeff Riley, Jesse Klein, Nick Cars, JT Bryant, and Colin Moody. The 9 cars that will do battle here at Beaver Dam for 50 laps. Erdman isn't here, so there will be a new winner. Getting ready to go. The green flag is out, and we're underway here in Wisconsin. And into turn 1, Sire leads side by side, Bink Lucas with Mertz, who is out of shape on the top there in car number 81. Through 3 and 4 side by side for second. Lucas gets the second spot. Jeff Riley looking to the inside of the 81, but he couldn't make anything happen. Rounding 1 and 2. Contact nearly. Mertz out of shape and into the wall, and Jeff Riley goes to the inside of him. And not a good night for the points leader. Around is Stancliffe off the front bumper of Colin Moody. That might be a caution. No caution yet. But Mertz is trying to make it 3 race wins in a row. We do not have a caution yet. He won at the Chili Bowl, won last week in Eldora in a dominating performance, and now in a hole already in 4th as we are on lap number 4. Bob Sire pulling out to a lead. Bink Lucas in second, a newcomer to this series. Showed a lot of pace in practice. Jeff Riley hounded by the 81. As we round 3 and 4, the gap already on lap number 5 is 0.6 of a second, 6.5 from Bob Sire to Bink Lucas. As contact, and around is Mertz off the front bumper of Jeff Riley in the 411. That might be a caution. No, it was not. As it was, my mistake. Race control calling a caution, as that was a 2-car incident here on lap number 7. As the drivers are going to be rounding the track here, let's take a look and see what actually happened between the 411 and the 81, as it looked as though he was trying to take the fight to him. He might have gotten him once we get the replay here. And obviously, it did not work out that way. So here is the 81 going through 1 and 2. This is the corner before. And Riley all over the track, out of shape in the 411, hits the berm there and spins the 81. So, no harm, no foul there. Obviously, it was not intentional, but that is really tricky because you have everybody there trying to get a good run out of the corner. He was all over the track. He ran to the inside. Mertz tried it. He thought he could get clear of him, and it obviously was not the case, as Jeff Riley and JT Bryant will bring up the rear of the field. As on the scanner, it should be JT Bryant counting us down. It will be Jeff Riley counting down until the green flag. It is Sire, Lucas, and Cars, your top 3. Getting ready to go, and the green flag is back out here in Beaver Dam on lap number 9. Rounding 1 and 2. Everybody all over the place. 3 wide. Jesse Klein got punted out of the way, and now Mertz is in 4th. As it looked like contact was not made, but Klein had a really big issue as contact nearly with him and Colin Moody. Rounding 1 and 2. We had all those issues last week with double file restarts. I believe the new rule, single file for everything. Battling here for the 3rd spot between Mertz and Nick Cars. Cars not giving an inch, and Mertz gets by him. Now setting his sights on the 8 of Bink Lucas, as Bob Sire tries to pull away in the number 27. To the inside goes Mertz, nearly making contact. Was those 2 drivers. Battle in the back of the field. JT Bryant and Jeff Riley. Bryant will give up the spot. And now the 2 number 9 cars make contact. It's Colin Moody on top of JT Bryant, who gets by him, and Stancliffe, excuse me, having a lot of issues in the 21. Rounding 3 and 4 once again to complete lap number 13. Sire still leads. This battle should heat up for the 2nd spot sometime soon between Lucas and Mertz. Then it's Cars in 4th, waiting to pick up the pieces as 2 very distinct driving styles. Contact in the back. Riley around off of the front bumper of Moody and over off of the front bumper of Bryant. So that's another caution as the two number 9 cars are causing a disaster here as the field will go by. And I'm not sure on the clarification with the rules if Bryant will be able to get his laps back. Looks like Riley will be allowed to go past the field. I believe the policy is as soon as the caution comes out, field is frozen, and there is no minimum speed, although I think that might be a gray area, actually, thinking about a couple of races ago. It's all determined in the situation, I do believe. But field getting cleaned up here. Obviously, they have been allowed to take the positions back. I think it just determines on how long you've been sitting immobilized or at under the minimum speed. The field's back going here. It's going to be Colin Moody, I believe, counting us down. No. JT Bryant off the lead lap, so he will be back on the lead lap here. So we will go back to green as JT Bryant catches up with the field. Getting ready to go. No. As Sire, Lucas, and Mertz, the top 3. Fastest lap so far is Bink Lucas at a 12.947. As it was originally Sire and Mertz that were only hitting 12s, but Bink Lucas has found it, and we're green already! Very early restart! Mertz takes the incentive to the inside of Bink Lucas. Nick Cars tries to take the fight to him, and that sends Lucas to 4th. That was an early restart. And contact in the back. Jeff Riley off the front bumper of Colin Moody. Transponder issue on JT Bryant. And no caution yet. But Riley is stuck on the inside of the track. Careful there, guys. Everybody gets by him cleanly. Not sure if there's going to be a caution because of this. As Mertz tries to take the fight to Bob Sire in the 27. We still have yet to get a caution as Colin Moody slowed down in front of the whole field. And that is a caution. And that is nice of Colin Moody to do, but that should have been a caution right away. Race control might not have noticed until the field came by, but Colin Moody almost slowed down in front of the entire field to get Jeff Riley unstuck from the berm there, as that was really aggressive. As JT Bryant, transponder issues exiting from the pit lane. He has had issues all night long. Reminds me of Sean Whitehill a few years ago in the Fast Series having issues in his cars. As field going by on both sides here to get their laps back here at Beaver Dam. As next week we go back to Fireman's Park where we debuted our coverage for the Insomniac Motorsports Big Evil Designs Dirt Late Model Series, so hopefully you'll be able to catch that next Sunday on ASN On Demand, as that should be a fun track, as plenty of room to race there at that track. So Sire, Mertz, Cars, top 3. Lucas, 4th. Jesse Klein, 5th. Then it's Stancliffe, Colin Moody, Jeff Riley, and JT Bryant. Green flag back in the air already, and Mertz is taking the fight on these early restarts. Rounding 3 and 4. At the line, it's going to be Sire holding the lead. Cars tries to take the fight to him in the 81. Bink Lucas in 4th, so if anything happens to these top 3, as Mertz is trying to find every which way to get by Bob Sire. As lap number 25 begins, cross flags will be displayed next time at the flag stand, and Mertz goes to the inside of Sire. He found it, and he took the spot, trying to at least. Rounding 3 and 4 at the line. He will be credited with lap number 25 as the cross flags have been waved, as Sire has moved to 2nd. Nearly banging doors with Nick Cars in the 35 through 3 and 4. Nick Cars from Ohio trying to take the fight to Bob Sire in the Harley-Davidson Cadillac, but he will not be able to. Nearly contact with him and Bink Lucas as he got sideways around nearly a Stancliffe off the front bumper of Jeff Riley, but everybody's okay. Playing bumper cars here at Beaver Dam. The top 3 have pulled away from the rest of the field. Nick Cars has bottled up everybody due to that really strange slideways incident, and Bob Sire trying to take the fight to the 81. You know he's not going to give up that easy, and if these two tangle, Bink Lucas will take the fight to both of them. Through 1 and 2 on lap number 29. This is when the race gets good. Fastest lap has not been reset. Bink Lucas still holds that. Through 3 and 4. Lap number 30. These races go quick. And the interesting thing here is Sire was not in traffic all night. Can he hold his own and get by Mertz in traffic, or can Mertz pull away? We know once he gets into a groove, it's going to be hard to catch him, but anything can happen here on the dirt tracks. And Bink Lucas, unknown here to this series, we don't know what he is capable of as he's making his first start. And Colin Moody about to be lapped here by the field in the 09. Yes, it says 9. We went over that last week, though. Scores him as the 09. Thankfully, they're both not red cars this week. Rounding 1 and 2, once again, down the backstretch. These laps are going quick. As already they are 2/10 slower than their fastest laps. Mertz smashes it off the wall. 13.412, 13.380, 13.1. Bink Lucas is the closest to his fastest lap compared to these two. So maybe he can take the fight. Colin Moody all over the track, knowing the leaders are coming by him. He got out of the way. Sorry for that little tangle up on my words there. As these three are 2 seconds ahead of Nick Cars in the 35. And around is JT Bryant in the 9. No issue there. But missed that until the very last moment, so he is good. As these two are battling, this is Jeff Riley and Ed Stancliffe. Riley got by Stancliffe. Stancliffe struggling in the 21. Around he goes. As trying to keep track on the spin counter here. Remember, it's 4 spins within 5 laps or a 2-car incident that will bring out a caution. I believe we are on 3 cars that have spun, and I'm not sure when the counter will reset. As Lucas is getting close to Sire in the 27, this could be an interesting battle, but if these two get side by side, the 81's going to be able to pull away. Checking lap times, Mertz is getting into his groove. 13.195 was his last lap in the 81. Stancliffe in the way of the leaders, 13.248. Sire, 13.506, as he's battling with Bink Lucas, focusing around is JT Bryant again. Contact with Nick Cars, and that should be a caution as Jeff Riley bumps him in the back. And contact with Lucas and Sire for the second spot. That will definitely be a caution. Maybe. Has the caution come out? I have not heard it from race control yet. Yes, caution is out. As that was really interesting. Sire now moved to the back of the field. Jesse Klein, look at this stack up here. As let's take a look as to what happened with the 27 and the 8. As I'm not sure what happened with these two. They're battling for the second spot. And now all of a sudden, Sire's in the back of the field. As we will show you it here, I'm going to tell you it's exactly like Jeff Riley in the 411 car. This is Bob Sire in the 27. He got really close to Mertz, but he got way out of the groove like Riley did in contact with the 8. And that turned him around. And I believe everybody just stacked it up from there on the backstretch, but no harm done. Let's figure out what happened to Jesse Klein here as to why he was stopped on the grass. As he got by Sire there, and I think he slowed down for the caution. Riley did not, and a little bit of contact there spun him into the grass. Riley stopped to let him by, and everybody else just stacked it up. As a field here getting lined up and ready to go for this restart. This should be a good one as we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, and everybody lined up. This should be interesting. I know I just said that, but Lucas is one of the fastest cars here now, and Mertz has to defend. We will go green with 6 laps to go here at Beaver Dam. It's Mertz, Bink Lucas, Nick Cars, Jesse Klein, Jeff Riley, Bob Sire, your top 6. Then it's Colin Moody, JT Bryant, and Ed Stancliffe. Green flag! Early green flag once again here at Beaver Dam. Mertz runs it wide, but he holds the spot. Trying to defend from Bink Lucas in the 8. And trying to pull away to take a 3rd successive victory in the 81. He runs it wide. Lucas to the inside, and it's going to be a lead exchange perhaps as Lucas takes the fight. He's trying to take the lead, but Mertz hanging strong on the outside. He gets him with 4 laps to go. 5, excuse me, there. Coming now to 4 laps to go. It's going to be Bink Lucas through to the lead in the 8 car. Now Cars tries to take the fight to Mertz in the 81, and now we've seen it so many times in Rallycross when Mertz gets passed in the closing laps. He is smelling blood. He's smelling blood with that 8, diving it into the corners, trying to take the fight. It's going to be 2 laps to go for Bink Lucas in his first start here in the Big Evil Designs Dirt Late Model Series. Can he hold off the second place man in points from last season, Mertz, and the current points leader? Down the backstretch, if Mertz gets into Lucas, you know Cars will take the incentive. Coming to the white flag. 4 corners left for Bink Lucas in car number 8. Mertz might have to settle for second again here in Wisconsin. He did it to his teammate, but now it's Bink Lucas victorious in Wisconsin. He wins from Mertz in car number 81. Third place will be Nick Cars rounding out the podium. As we will go through the results here from Beaver Dam, as it was Lucas, Mertz, and Cars on the podium. Sire 4th, Jesse Klein 5th, Jeff Riley, Ed Stancliffe, Colin Moody, and JT Bryant. As the Drivers' Championship, Mertz finished ahead of Sire, so he will extend his points lead to 19 now over Sire. Then Nick Cars, Jesse Klein, Bink Lucas was given a provisional for last week, so he is 5th in points. Then it's Jeff Riley, and Eric Cummings and Jeffrey Goodpaster were not here tonight, but they are 7th and 10th, with Colin Moody and JT Bryant in 8th and 9th. As next week will be Fireman's Park, and this could potentially be the beginning of a rivalry starting up between Bink Lucas and Josh Mertz. So hope you enjoyed today's coverage from Beaver Dam in Wisconsin. Hopefully you can join us next week, but until then, so long everyone!